All right, these are the notes for the distributive property. You should have gotten this worksheet. I'm going to zoom in just to make my writing a little bit easier. Okay, so the distributive property says you take the number on the outside of the parentheses. So in number 1 would be the 4, and you multiply it by the x. Then you also have to multiply the 4 by the 5. So you're doing 2 multiplication problems. So 4 times x, that's the easy part, that's just 4x, plus 4 times 5 is 20. So your answer is 4x plus 20. You don't have to do anything. You just have to do the multiplication and show me that the new expression without the parentheses is 4x plus 20. All right, same thing on number 2. It just has a minus sign, so it's 6 times 12 is 72, minus 6 times x is 6x. All right, so I want to do it with numbers before we fill out the top here, because the top is like the algebraic with a's, b's, and c's. So a times b would be ab, because they're smushed together, that means multiply, plus a times c. So that's how you show it algebraically. A times b plus a times c. And then same thing over here, a times b, but this time it's going to be minus a times c. So that's a distributive property. We're doing multiplication, and just make sure you get the pluses and minuses correct. It gets a little bit harder with negatives, but we'll do a few of those examples, like in number 3. All right, so number 3 has a -7. So when you multiply it, it's going to be -7 times 2x, which is -14x. Now you can use a calculator for that if you need to. So -7 times 2x is -14x. Then you're going to do -7 times 3, which is -21. Don't put plus -21, just put -21. So -14x and a -21. I'm just changing my colors all around here. Here we got some double negatives. -2 times -4 is +8, right? 2 negatives make a positive. And then this 11, you do have to see this as -11. So it's -2 times -11 is +22. Those are the hardest ones, is like seeing those double negatives. Any questions on where I'm getting the numbers? You need to put them in a calculator. Okay, if you can't do mental math, it's okay. Just put them in a calculator. All right, fractions. I think you can do the 1/2 in your head. All right, 1/2 of 8n is 4n. And then 1/2 of -12 is -6. Or -6. It means the same thing. Now, you might not be able to do 2/3 in your head, which is okay. Just put it in a calculator. So 2/3 times 9. I'm going to wait for you to type it in. So 2/3 times 9. Is 6m. And then 2/3 times 15. Two-thirds of 15 is 10. All right, so all we're doing is multiplication. Most of it you could do in your head. Fractions you might need to do in a calculator. All right, here's a couple more. 9 times 1x is 9x, and 9 times 1 is 9. See how fast it can be if you can do the multiplication in your head. All right, then we got 4 times m and 4 times -5. 4 times m is 4m. 4 times -5 is -20. You can say -20 if you like. All right, now we got the hard ones with the negatives here. -5 times 2 is -10. Don't forget to attach the y. And -5 times 7 is -35. So make sure you have these both negatives. Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. Attach your P. And here's the hard one. Negative 7 and negative 8 make a positive 56. And then we have the fractions. 1/4, remember, just means divide by 4. So this would be like 12 divided by 4 is 3x. And then negative 16 divided by 4 would be minus 4. And again, 2/5 you might not be able to do in your head. That's okay. Type it into a calculator. 2/5 times 10. Yep, I'm waiting for you to type it into a calculator. Use the ABC key. Is 4. Attach your x. And then 2/5 times 25. Is 10. All right. All right, you can put this in your notebook, and then the sub has a 2-sided paper for you to try. Again, just be careful with those negatives. Thank you for working hard, and I will see you when I get back.